And we're live, Dutchtown High School at Griffin Field, and we are here for homecoming night. Homecoming for the Griffins, week 3 of high school football in District 5, 5A. And our matchup this week features the Rayne High School Wolves coming from the Lafayette area out of District 4, 4A, taking on the Dutchtown High School Griffins, 2-0 also on the season and unbeaten, and 1 week away from district play in District 5, 5A. I'm Jeff Porsche, and it's a beautiful night. Going to be a little cooler tonight than normal, and we're going to have a lot of action here tonight. We're going to talk about homecoming. We're going to talk about the game and all kinds of other good stuff. But first, we'll take a short break and come right back. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
I had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
The title law firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Tata Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Tata Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics. From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
My shoulder pain got so bad I couldn't lift anything overhead. So I chose Peak Performance, and I can't believe how much better I am now. Peak really does get you back into the game of life. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Griffin Field
here at Dutchtown High School in Geismar, Louisiana for homecoming night for Dutchtown High School. As you can see, the Dutchtown Griffins getting ready to take the field out there in the 4 corner. You can see them right there, almost ready to take the field. Actually, Rayne High School has already taken the field and come through their tunnel and broken through, and they're ready to go. And Dutchtown breaking through right now, and they're ready to go, trying to go 3-0 on the season. 1 week before district play begins next Thursday against Woodlawn. It's a matchup of the undefeated teams here tonight, as Rayne High School is also 2-0, and we can talk about some of the information about the coaches and so forth with these two schools. Of course, the coach at Dutchtown High School is Guy Mastretta, and this is his 4th year. So this is his senior class that came in as freshman, his first class. He's in his 15th year overall, 138-58 overall. He's 22-14 on this in his career at Dutchtown. Rayne, they're coached by Kane Guidry, and this is his 2nd year. Last year they were 8-5, and as you can see, last week Dutchtown beat Vanderbilt Catholic 31-20, and Rayne defeated Berwick 42-21. Kind of interesting that Dutchtown's playing two teams that in the previous week had played Berwick, as Vanderbilt had defeated Berwick the week before, and you can see also EA and St. Charles Catholic, they're playing in homecoming this evening as well. You'll see that game later on EATEL, but we're going to take a break and listen to the national anthem. Alma Mater and national anthem performed by the Dutchtown Sound. And now we're ready for the coin toss. And Dutchtown 13-5 all time in homecoming games. They defeated McKinley 51-0 last year, and the Griffins won 4 straight homecoming games by shutout. They've hosted homecoming at 3 different stadiums. They were at the Pit over at EA, the Pit at Sanama, and the Spartan Stadium at EA, and Griffin Field at Dutchtown since 2004. The captains for Dutchtown, London Graves, number 29, and Colin Lacombe, number 12 for Rayne High School. And so Rayne is going to defer after winning the toss. So Dutchtown will likely receive the ball at the opening kickoff. And that is what's going to happen. And as you can see, they're going to operate from right to left to start this game as they look to start their season 3-0. This is their first home game of the season. They are 2-0 on the season, and they defeated Covington on the road for week 1, 35-21. Vanderbilt Catholic 31-20 for week 2, and this is their first home game. And They begin district play next week with a couple of home games in a row against Woodlawn, and then the following week against East Ascension. Both of those are going to be Thursday night games. So let's take a look at the offensive lineup for Dutchtown as we get ready for the opening kickoff. And the quarterback is going to be number 3, Pearson Parham. And at running back, you're going to see a lot of Dylan Sampson. Wide receivers, Peyton Cooper, Baylor Langlois, and Derek Youngblood. Tight end, Caleb Ickes. And the offensive line, Will DeLone, Ty Quibido, Hayden Harms, Matthew Gallman, and Reed Davis. And so that's what you're going to see after the opening kickoff. Back to receive number 14 and number 21 for Dutchtown. That's Peyton Cooper and Dylan Sampson. Dylan Sampson, of course, in number 21. And so the kickoff was taken by a short back, number 7, and he's going to take it to the right side and get to the 30-yard line. Nice return by number 7, Baylor Langlois. We're going to see a lot of him at wide receiver, but he also will probably see him a lot at running back as well, as he will probably spell Dylan Sampson from time to time. And now, so we are ready for the first offensive play of the game for the Dutchtown High School Griffins. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, And you see Langlois in the backfield, and he's joined, Langlois in the backfield, but Parham, the quarterback, number 3, and split backs Langlois and Sampson in the backfield. On first down, there is Sampson, and he's got the hole, and he's got a lot of yardage, and he's going to score on the first play of the game. Untouched. 64 yards. That's easy. Oh, boy, that was an easy, untouched touchdown for Dylan Sampson. He's got to be happy because defenses are keying on him. He's not even getting the ball, and he's getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And right there, completely untouched. You see the seal block there by Langlois on the outside, and there's no way they're going to catch this guy. And that was as easy an opening play touchdown as you were ever going to see. So 6-0. 11:38 left to go in the first quarter, and Christian Donnelly's going to come in to kick the extra point. And it's up. It's good. And so it's 7-0, Dutchtown over Rayne on the first play of the game. And we'll take a break, and you're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
So Dylan Sampson untouched, 64 yards on the opening play of the game, and Dutchtown leads 22 seconds in by a score of 7-0. Donnelly's going to kick off to Rayne for the first time here tonight. See back to receive number 21. That's Ron Charles. But the other deep back is going to get it, and he'll take it. And he is bottled up, and we'll get to about the 25-yard line. I believe that was Darrell Weathersby. No, make that number 5, Bladen Francis. And so we can look at the Rayne Wolves starting lineup. On offense at quarterback, number 12, Colin Lacombe. He's a senior. At running back, you have Ron Charles. At fullback, Reed DuPont. Wide receivers, Lex Guidry and Devion Francis. Also, Balin Leon. And in the offensive line, Eaglin, Sams, Champagne, LaGrange, and Williams. And on first down, Lacombe is going to throw a pass on first down, and it's complete to the 29-yard line. That's going to be about a gain of 5. Catch made by number 28, DuPont. And so a gain of 5 on first down. Good yardage on first down to the 28-yard line for the Rayne Wolves. It's going to bring up second down and 5. And so Lacombe on second down, and there's a handoff, and that's a loss right there as you see Vadnais and a couple of the defensive linemen going in and wrapping up. Number 9, Darian Chevalier. And you see down there, as you saw Vadnais down there on the tackle, as well as a couple of other Griffins. We'll get to the Griffin defense after this play if possible, or maybe we'll move into that in the second series if they can stop them right here. It's 3rd down and 9 with 10:29 left to go in the first quarter. Dutchtown leading 7-0. And so the quarterback takes the snap from the shotgun, and the pass is up and up for grabs. Incomplete. Lex Guidry, number 2, had his hands on it, but a deflection could not get to it. And as you're going to see on the replay, nearly picked off by the Griffins. You see him with that right there. And you see number 15 on defense, Colin Dupree, got his hand on it but could not come up with it. And now we have Dylan Sampson going back deep to receive the punt from the Wolves back at about his own 45-yard line. Dutchtown should get really good field position right here. Punt coming from number 22, Deuce Como, junior for Rayne. And see a late player coming onto the field for the Wolves. Low snap. He gets it away quickly. It's going to be a short, not very good kick, and Dutchtown's going to get the ball on the Rayne side of the field at the 42-yard line as they take over right there. And we'll keep it right here. And the second play from scrimmage here for Dutchtown High School about to come. They scored on the first play, 64-yard touchdown run from Dylan Sampson. So 1st and 10 for the Griffins, and you see Sampson in the backfield ready to go already. Langlois, number 3, in at quarterback. You're also going to see Sean Winfield, number 13, at quarterback for the Griffins. He'll come in later. First down, quarterback keeper Parron. He's got a huge hole. He may score in the second play. My goodness. Untouched on 2 plays. 2 plays, 2 untouched touchdowns. Pearson Parron. And that's what happens. Pearson Parron at quarterback, he's got the ability to run down the field like that. And when the entire defense is focused on Dylan Sampson, that's what happens. Easy touchdown. This is as impressive a start as you're going to see for the Dutchtown High School Griffins. And Donnelly will come in to kick the extra point and try to make it 14-0. Not even 2 minutes into this game. 2 offensive plays, 2 touchdowns, untouched. Extra point is good. It's 14-0, and we'll take another break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
Back to the action. 2 plays on offense, 2 untouched touchdowns for the Griffins, 1 from Parron and 1 from Sampson. And now Donnelly will kick off as Dutchtown has already an impressive 14-0 lead. And there's the kick, and it's taken on the right side at the 15-yard line. And Dutchtown recovers the fumble on the kick return. And so Francis with the return, and you see a lot of people in the scrum getting to the football, and Dutchtown comes up with it. Can they score untouched on 3 straight plays on offense? And so Parron scored on the previous play from 44 yards out. Dylan Sampson scored on the previous play before that from 64 yards out. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. And you see Parron, Langlois, and Sampson in the backfield. And this time the quarterback's going to keep it, throws it deep and incomplete. And it looks like he was trying to get it to Ickes, wide receiver. Make that number 89. Darian read it.
Up on number 18.
And so pass is incomplete.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Griffins.
So the first play that didn't go for a touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. See the left defensive end for Rayne jumped momentarily, but he was able to get back. Now again from the shotgun. And there's Sampson, and there's a big pile up the middle, but he's able to push it forward for about 5 yards. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Let's take a look at the Rayne Wolves defense. They got a 3-4 on the defensive line. Rico Price, number 32. Jamari Eaglin, number 99. Desmond Mouton, number 17. Louvier, Darcet, Alger, and Como at linebackers. Weathersby and Richard at cornerback. Safeties, Will Arsenault and Bladen Francis. Now it's 3rd down and 5 as Dutchtown in a hurry here. Still plenty of time on the play clock, 12 seconds, but quarterback is going to keep it, and he scores again, untouched. 20-0. Not even 3 minutes into the game, so Dutchtown scoring a touchdown a minute right now. 20-0. Power with his 2nd score of the night. And now coming in, the busiest guy on the field here tonight, Christian Donnelly, in to kick the extra point. This is as impressive an opening series of drives you are going to see as the extra point is up and good. It's 21-0, not even 3 minutes into the game. And we'll take another break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
21-0 is our score. Griffin Field, Jeff Porsche with you for the EATEL Game of the Week. Dutchtown making this look easy. 5 offensive plays, 3 touchdowns, 3 untouched touchdowns. 2 from the quarterback, number 3, Perron, and 1 from the running back, Sampson. And there's a kickoff, and it's going to be short this time. That's taken by an upback, maybe. Down at about the 10. Now he's in trouble, and he is not going to get past the 10 to the 15, as Vadney and a couple of other guys are down there on the tackle. So you see the punt. It was short, taken by number 9, Darian Chevalier. And so now it's 1st and 10 for Rayne. And they got to do something here, as they're basically, they've only had 3 plays on offense, and Dutchtown already has 3 touchdowns. A 3 and out on their opening drive. Didn't even get any offensive plays on the second drive, as a fumble on the kick return. And now on 1st down, a run up the middle for a few yards. Up past the 15 to about the 16-yard line. And so Charles with the carry.
Get about 3 yards on the play.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Wolves, who are kind of shell-shocked right here, I bet. After this play, we'll get to the Dutchtown defense, but let's look at what happens here on 2nd down and 7. Shotgun, the handoff, and that's Charles again, and he's going to get a 1st down. This is a nice run. He gets to the 40, to the 44-yard line, and then the ball's on the ground, and Dutchtown comes up with it. And it's recovered by Vadney, number 10. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Ball's on the ground, recovered by Dutchtown.
As that was stripped before his knee hit the ground. It looks like from the normal speed. I think that's definitely a fumble and a fumble recovery by the Griffins. So they're going to talk it over here a moment, and you can see right there, you see nice stop right there on the replay, but he is stripped from behind by Vadney, and it looks like that's a bang play, but I think that it may be the right call, and Dutchtown gets another break. Great job on the replay.
Timeout.
And Rayne is going to take a time out, And we'll keep it here and talk about a couple of things. First thing we'll talk about here is let's take a look at the homecoming results from 2016 to 2019.
Thank you for complying with these guidelines.
Dutchtown with 4 straight shutouts, 51-0, 44-0, 57-0, and 38-0. And, of course, Dutchtown trying to get to 3-0, and then next week they start District 5-5A play. And in District 5-5A, you have Dutchtown, East Ascension, and Sanoma all 3-0, so the teams in Ascension Parish leading the way. Catholic, they had a tough loss against Carr. They're 1-1. Of course, they're going to be one of the favorites in the district, as always. Woodlawn has not played a regular season game this season, and McKinley, they're 0-2 and not looking good so far. So that's our 5-5A records. Dutchtown trying to stay up on top as they go into district play next week. Dutchtown's district opener is going to be on Thursday night next week here, one of our games of the week next week against Woodlawn High School. And so it's 1st down and 10. Why don't we take let's go ahead and keep it right here with the ball at the 48-yard line. So play number 6. So far, 5 plays, 3 touchdowns for the Griffins. And so you have Perron and Sampson in the backfield for Dutchtown High School. Ickes goes in motion. And Perron's going to keep it. And he's looking deep. He's got a fade pattern, and it's caught, and another touchdown. Untouched again. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what they put in the water this week, but Dutchtown this is as impressive a performance as I've ever seen Dutchtown have. And I've been here for about 13 years as a teacher at Dutchtown, and this is just shocking. 27-0, 4 minutes. They're scoring a touchdown a minute right now. 4 minutes into the game. This is how you have a good homecoming week. I think Mr. Coronavirus and Mr. 2020 had something to do with it. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Extra point coming from Donnelly. And it's good. 28-0, 8:08 left to go in the first quarter. And we'll take another break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletics running staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
4 touchdowns in 4 minutes for the Dutchtown Griffins. 28-0 here in the first quarter. Not even a third of the way into the first quarter. All the points coming from Perron and Sampson. 2 touchdown runs from Perron, 1 touchdown pass, and a touchdown run for Sampson, and a reception. And now on the kickoff, and it's a nice return. Gets to about the 40-yard line, a little bit past the 40-yard line, and he gets tackled by number 34, Chris Washington. Now let's finally look at the Dutchtown defense, since we haven't had a chance to talk about them very much. On the defensive line, Jared Dupar, Joseph Johnson, Donald Howard, and Ryan Hung. They're the defensive line. At linebacker, they're playing a 4-3. London Graves, Chris Washington, and Tanner Vadney. Vadney with a couple of plays so far. Cornerbacks, Agu and Lewis, and safeties, Jackson and Dupree. Now 1st down. And there's a run and trying to get something out of nothing, and Francis does get a little bit, maybe 2 yards. At this point, they just need to run some clock and get maybe some 1st downs and get some momentum here and keep Dutchtown off the field, because their defense has shown no ability to even touch Dutchtown's offense so far. It's 2nd down, and we're going to call it 7 from the 41-yard line. And a quick pass, complete, and not much, as Hung is going to carry him down to the sideline and out of bounds. So you see the quick pass, and that's caught by Charles as well, but Hung read that perfectly from his right defensive end position. And so that's going to be a loss of a yard. It's 3rd and 8 now from the 38-yard line, maybe the 39, and they need to get to the 47 for the first down. And like I said, Rayne just needs some sort of positive play right here to just kind of stop the bleeding, because they've shown no ability to stop the Dutchtown offense. And there's a blitz, but the screen is complete, and a nice gain there for a first down before being tackled past midfield. Catch made by number 28, Reed DuPont. So they set up the screen on the blitz. You see Hung chasing him, but eventually he's taken down by number 22, Agu. And so that's kind of what they needed. They needed to basically just stop this bleeding, and so run some time off this clock and maybe get some points. Ball at the 46-yard line with 6:54 left to go. So Dutchtown now off of their touchdown-a-minute pace. Quarterback Lacombe throwing a pass, and it's picked. And that's Vadnais, another turnover. What's he got, 3 tonight? This guy is everywhere the ball is. Here's a hint, Rayne. Don't throw the ball or run the ball anywhere where this guy is, because he's all over the ball. That's what happens when you go in that direction, I suppose. So that's 3 straight drives ended by Vadnais. Ball at the 47. He's having a career night, and he's already got a touchdown, a pick 6 earlier in the season against Covington that kind of sealed the game late in the fourth quarter. Now let's see if maybe Dutchtown can keep this pace going. I see that they do have the new quarterback in the game, Winfield, number 13. And he gives it to Sampson. And a short gain. Still got about 4, though, as they're able to push the line ahead. And so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 6, a short gain. Sampson already has 2 touchdowns here in the first quarter, 1 on a pass reception and 1 on an untouched run from 66 yards out. Now he's going to set up in the slot, and it's going to be an empty backfield with Winfield at quarterback. They're going to look to the sidelines for the signals. Shotgun formation, and the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to throw a quick pass, and it's overthrown, intended for Sampson. And so an incompletion, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Looks like he's going to keep it on the run, but then a quick pass to Sampson. Good blocking up ahead of him, but pass a little bit too high and incomplete, and Sampson's going to stay in that slot formation as you see 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and an empty backfield. Defensive lineman move for Rayne, but he gets back, no penalty. Now Winfield calling the signals. And a quick pass complete for first down to Sampson. He's going to get to the 40 and drag the pile ahead to the 38-yard line. And we're going to have a whistle right there, and this is going to be a break for the hydration break. As you see on the replay, just a quick pass. Sampson found the hole in the defense and set up right there, and it's an easy first down for Dutchtown High School. And so 1st and 10, and let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the EATEL High School football games of the week. Next week, you have the big one here in District 5-5A, Catholic High against East Ascension. Winner of that game may be going on to win the district. Of course, Dutchtown looking really good. They play against Woodlawn. That'll be our game next week. In 2 weeks, East Ascension against Dutchtown, Santa Ma against Woodlawn. And as you can see, the replays for the first games are at Sunday at 6 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursdays at 2. Replays for the second game, Sundays at 6 a.m., Monday and Wednesday at 2 p.m. I'll be out here next week again with Woodlawn and Dutchtown, although the live game on Friday night will be Catholic High against East Ascension. And so it'll be a 1st and 10 after the hydration break. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Griffins at the 38-yard line. They're up 28-0 already early here in the first quarter. They have dominated this game, offense and defense. Now Winfield with the snap. Quick pass, complete, and not able to break free is number 14, Peyton Cooper, as he's dragged down by the Rayne defense after a quick completion. So it's going to be a loss. Let's look at the replay, and it's a good job there by number 18 for Rayne High School. And he comes in with the tackle, number 18, Will Arsenault, for a 3-yard loss. Now Sampson in the backfield with Winfield. And you see 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And there is Sampson again, and he's going to try to cut outside. A flag comes down, first flag of the game. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage for this series of downs, back to the 38. Let's see what the flag is going to be, though, before we figure out what is going to happen next. You see the flag coming down. That's usually in the holding range right there. That's usually where you see a holding call get.
Holding.
And there's what you get, holding against the Griffins, so they're going to push it back 10 yards. So now all of a sudden, Dutchtown in a little bit of a hole. They have not been in a hole here on offense so far here tonight. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns, 5:09 left to go here in the first quarter. But the ball in midfield, so Dutchtown still has great field position. Now you see Langlois in the backfield. Langlois hadn't seen a lot of touches yet so far here tonight. Winfield taking it from the shotgun now. Langlois lines up to his left. Man in motion, that's Ickes. And Winfield with the pass downfield, and it's intercepted. In and out of the hands of Ickes and knocked down by his own player.
Pass is intercepted by
number 7. That's Darrell Weathersby, a cornerback, as you see, a little bit behind Ickes and then goes right into the hands of Weathersby. So an interception. And so for the first time here tonight, Dutchtown's offense is stopped. And with 4:36 left to go in the first quarter, this is going to be the best field position to start a series so far here tonight for the Wolves of Rayne High School. They have not been able to do much. In fact, the last 3 drives have been stopped by turnovers by Vadnais. If I was the quarterback, I'd be looking for him on the field right now and not going in his direction. Handoff on first down, not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. As Charles not getting much right there. And let's look at the replay and see who flipped him down. And, yep, guess who? Vadnais.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wolves.
Get out of his way. Go in the other direction. He's on fire right now. 2nd and 10 after no gain on the play. And on 2nd down, play action. Quarterback looking downfield, and it's caught, and it's a first down. So Rayne now looking to move downfield, and they got a little momentum for the first time here tonight. Nice pass and catch. As you see the reception made and a first down. So now the ball at the 42-yard line. This is definitely the best field position for Rayne here so far tonight. So now they have 4 receivers split left and right, 1 man in the backfield. And the quarterback, Lacombe, goes deep downfield and just short.
Lacombe's pass
a little bit too long for the receiver, Lex Guidry. Good coverage downfield by Justin Agu on the play. Receiver just short of the ball. Still trying to get something on the board here as they trail 28-0 with 3:28 left to go in this opening quarter. Rayne needs to just get some points right now. They've gotten some momentum. 2nd down and a short gain by Charles. Taken down by number 90 for the Griffins, Brody Anderson.
Chevalier gets about 3.
3 yards on the carry, back to the 39-yard line. And you see Chevalier was actually in on that play right there, as you hear from Ted Babin. And he's in the backfield again, and they fake it to Chevalier. Now the quarterback's got to roll out, and he's got to get free, and he's not going to get a first down, but he gets good yardage. May choose to go for it right here, as they're going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down. Lacombe at quarterback, and you see him being chased by Johnson right there. And he's taken out of bounds by Howard and a couple of other Griffins. Vadnais also in on that play. So it's going to be fourth and 4 from the 36-yard line. They got to get about to the 33, about the 32.5-yard line to convert right here. And when you're down 28-0, 10 minutes into the game, you got to kind of go for it right here. You got to get some points. You got to keep this ball out of Dutchtown's hands. Under center, the quarterback Lacombe throws it, and it's up for grabs and nearly picked off again. And guess who got his hands on it? Vadnais. Could not get his hands on it, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be a change of possession right here on the fourth down. As a pass, just nowhere near the intended receiver. That did not have a chance, and so still insisting on throwing the ball in Vadnais' direction, though. Still don't quite understand that. And now Dutchtown will take over 1st and 10. And let's see who's going to check in at quarterback. It's going to be Winfield, number 13. As you see Sampson in the backfield with him, as they're going to work from the far side of the field from the right hash. Sampson lines up to the quarterback's right out of the shotgun, and they fake it to him, and quarterback Winfield's going to keep it. He finds a hole, gets about 8 yards.
Winfield on the quarterback keeper.
To the 42.
Gets the ball to about the 42-yard line.
You can call it 6 yards on the carry. You see the big lineman up ahead, number 68, Reed Davis, with the big block there.
It'll be second and
able to spring him for a
Griffins.
couple of extra yards. 2nd down and 4 for the Griffins. Now an empty backfield. 5 receivers in the game. You're always looking out for Sampson. He's left in the slot. And the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's got a first down, but a flag comes down. This may be coming back.
Winfield gets up to the 49, but there's a flag in the backfield.
A couple of guys in the backfield, Gallman and Harms, in a situation where they might have been called for holding, and they were. And I can see Matthew Gallman right there saying, who, me? You got to be kidding me. He's really frustrated with that call. Really didn't need to happen. He was already past the defensive lineman by the time Winfield had it. Gallman's still upset about that. And so you see Tanner Vadnais right there.
Placed at the 34-yard line.
They need to get near him because there's probably a fire all around him. It's a cooler night. He's probably got the most fire out there right now. You need to gather around him. So with the penalty, it's going to be 2nd down and 12. So now they're back to the 34-yard line. Need to get to 46 for a first down. And there's Sampson. He's got a hole up the middle, and he gets about 9. Quick hole, quick burst right up the middle.
Sampson up the middle.
As you see on the replay right here. Shotgun snap, hands it off. Nice blocking up the middle. Gets through the first wave and then taken down by the Rayne secondary. 3rd down and 3. 1:27 left to go in this opening quarter. Dutchtown not exactly in a hurry right now. They have a 4-score lead. Shotgun, fake. Winfield to throw right, and it is intercepted again. And so Rayne, they're fighting. That's 2 drives in a row that are ended by interceptions. And so Arsenault with the interception, and a good job by Winfield to tackle the cornerback and keep him from getting into the end zone with a pick 6. So that's back-to-back drives for Rayne. They're not going to quit. There's no quitting left in this team right now. They need to get some points with 1:10 left to go in this first quarter. That first quarter, the first 4 minutes, they were just absolutely shell-shocked, but now they're getting back composed and trying to get themselves back in this game, but they're still down by 4 touchdowns. Quarterback Lacombe under pressure. He's going to roll out to his left and throw downfield, incomplete. just trying to get rid of it. Good pressure there by the Dutchtown Griffins defense. And so that'll stop the clock with 1:03 as we approach the end of the first quarter.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, the administration of Dutchtown High would like to thank
4
you
touchdowns in those opening 4 minutes.
Social distancing and face
You had
mask
2
covering
touchdowns
regulations.
on the ground from Pearson Parent. You had 1 pass from Parent to Dylan Sampson for a touchdown. And on the first play from scrimmage, you had Dylan Sampson scoring untouched 66 yards on the carry. Now it's 2nd down and 10 from the 34. Good field position, and there's a handoff to Charles around the right side, and he's pushed out of bounds by Agu, and that's going to be a loss as we now go inside of a minute left to go. As you see him trying to cut it off, Vadney with some pressure, and then Agu comes in and closes it out, and he loses 2 yards on the play back to the 36. This is pretty much the best field position that Rayne's had here all night. Second time they've been on the Dutchtown side of the field. Shotgun formation. And the pressure, they're setting up the screen, and it's incomplete. He had some room to run, though, and fortunate for Dutchtown, they was not able to come up with it. As number 28, the intended receiver, Connor Menard. And they had it set up perfectly. You see the blocker downfield, number 52, ready. That's Griffin Champagne. It's going to bring up 4th down and 12, and it looks like Rayne's going to go for it. And so you set up with Lacombe from the shotgun, and he's going to roll out to his left side, throw downfield, caught, not near a first down though. So a short gain caught by Ron Charles, but that's not going to be enough. Does give him a few more yards downfield. As you see, Chris Washington down there cleaning up with Vadney on the tackle. And so it does move the ball downfield another 4 or 5 yards, but Dutchtown's still going to get the ball back at the 31-yard line with 46 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Been a pretty quick first quarter considering everything that we've seen here. Lots of action, lots of touchdowns early for the Griffins on offense, but 2 interceptions in their last 2 drives. And you see Parent coming in at quarterback again. Winfield with the interceptions on offense on those last 2 drives. So we'll see what Parent can do. On first down, Sampson's able to get away from the initial pressure. Now he's going to cut outside, and he gets to the midfield. Nice cut move there. Gets past Will Arsenault on the fake. And you're going to see that again as he gets past the pressure, and then you see Arsenault just kind of olaying at him right there, just kind of waving past him. Easy move past the defensive back, and so a first down, and Dutchtown back on the Rayne side of the field at the 46-yard line. Now you see Sampson in the slot on the right. Parent at quarterback, empty backfield. And he fakes it and keeps it. That's Parent for a 2-yard gain. Tackled by number 32, Rico Price. And there's 25 seconds left to go. Dutchtown does not have to run another play before the first quarter ends, so I don't think we're going to see another play here at the end of the first quarter. And if we don't, it's a very impressive opening quarter for the Griffins as they're setting up with 8 seconds left. They may try to get a play in right at the whistle here. You see Langlois in the backfield. A man goes in motion, and they're going to get a play off, and it's going to go to Langlois, and he's got a big hole, and he's got a first down. So Langlois even gets in on the action right there. 1st and 10 for the Griffins as we end the first quarter. Our score 28-0, Dutchtown on top, and we are going to take a break and come back in just a moment. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
And that's the
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
Menu with curbside
28-0 first quarter for Dutchtown, and that's our score as we go into the second quarter. Now Dutchtown's going to have the ball on the Rayne side of the field, 1st and 10 as we get back to the action. But before we get back to the action, let's take a look at some of the results from last week in District 5-5A. Dutchtown, the team we're seeing here tonight, they had to play on Wednesday night because of Hurricane Delta. They beat Vanderbilt 31-20. East Ascension, they had a barn burner in 2 overtimes, beat Warren Easton 30-27. That must have been a great game to see. Did not get to see it though. Santa Maria and Sophie B. Wright, that was a blowout, 46-0. Carr defeated Catholic 34-31 Wednesday night. Estruma beat McKinley, and Woodlawn and Livonia was canceled because of the hurricane. Woodlawn is going to be Dutchtown's opponent next week. Power on a quarterback, 1st and 10. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Empty backfield. Shotgun snap, quarterback keeper. Big hole, 1st down. Down to the 21-yard line.
Up the middle.
Nice run by Pearson Parron. Spread the field out and just have the quarterback keep it right up the middle. Nice play, nice tackle by number 34, Roderick Freeman, for the Rayne Wolves, but not before he gets a 1st down. And now you see Sampson back in the game. He's going to set up in the slot on the right. Another empty backfield. And Parron's going to roll out and keep it, and he's going to get some good yardage again. Not quite a 1st down, but he's going to get about 8 yards.
Gets down to the 12-yard line.
And I think a late flag comes in near the end of the play. So let's see what that's going to be before we decide where he's going to set the football. Waiting for the official, talking it over at about the 14-yard line. You see him right there in the white cap. Looks like they're going to assess this possibly against Rayne. Maybe a personal foul. Yes, it is. So a personal foul. So that's going to be a half the distance penalty. And Dutchtown will have a 1st and goal from the 6. Trying to make it 35-0.
1st and goal, Griffin.
Dutchtown has been pretty much perfect with Parron in at quarterback so far here tonight. Winfield had a couple of interceptions on his couple of drives in the 1st quarter. Now Sampson in the backfield, and he's going to not get it on the fake, and a flag is going to go down. This may be a face mask as he's carried down by number 22 by Deuce Como.
But there's a flag.
I think that's going to be a face mask. As you see right there, possibly right there. It's tough to see, but I think that it was. Flag went down kind of quickly as contact was made. So there it is, the face mask penalty. So more positive yardage for Dutchtown. This will move the ball back to about the original line of scrimmage. As the quarterback Parron faked it to Sampson, rolled out to his right, was taken down by Como, but was taken down by his face mask. So
it'll be 1st and goal.
The 5-yard loss negated by the 5-yard penalty. Still 1st and goal from the 6. Now you see the split backfield, Langwide and Sampson. This is going to be Sampson up the middle. Pushes ahead to about the 1, maybe the 2-yard line.
Sampson.
We're going to say the 2-yard line.
Down to about the 2.5. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Griffins.
Manageable situation for the Griffins as they try to go up 34-0. Tackle made by number 44, Sean Dorset, for the Wolves. And a whistle. And we're going to have a timeout called by Rayne. So we'll keep it here. And what we'll do right now is talk about some of the other games in District 5-5A this week. And so for this, of course, our game of the week right now, Rayne against Dutchtown for homecoming. Also homecoming at East Ascension as they take on St. Charles Catholic. Santa Maria at Lutcher, that ought to be a really good game. St. Thomas More against Catholic, another tough game for Catholic. McKinley, they're going to go play at John F. Kennedy. That was last night, actually. Woodlawn against Donaldsonville. That game was canceled. So next week, Woodlawn and Dutchtown, if they do play, that would be their first game of the season for Woodlawn High School. So we'll have to see if they actually even play next week.
Football fans,
so you never know.
LHSAA guidelines for fall sports.
So it's second and goal, and to kind of recap where we've been, this game, Dutchtown just exploded out of the gate. They scored on the first 2 plays untouched from the line of scrimmage. One on a run by Dylan Sampson, one on a run by Pearson Parent. Then later on in the first quarter, in the first couple of minutes, after a couple of turnovers by Vadnais, Parent scored again on a run and then scored on a touchdown pass to Dylan Sampson. And after that, things kind of just settled down. A couple of interceptions for Rayne kind of stopped things in their tracks and kept Dutchtown out the end zone again. But Dutchtown now looking to get in the end zone for the 5th time here early on in this game. See Ickey's right there setting up. And on second down, and that's easy. As the touchdown comes from Peyton Cooper. As you see the quick pass by Perron. So the second touchdown pass for Perron as Landon Richard on defense didn't have a chance. That makes it 34-0 with 10:27 left to go in the second quarter.
Donnelly in to keep the extra point.
Now Donnelly will come in. One of the busiest people here tonight. Trying to get his 5th point of the night. As Cooper with the hold and the snap, and the kick is good. So it's 35-0, and we'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletics running staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
35-0. Jeff Horsch with you at Griffin Field, Dutchtown High School, and a very happy homecoming so far here tonight for the Griffins. 35-0. Perron with the pass to Peyton Cooper for the touchdown to close out the last drive here. The first points of the second quarter for the Griffins. Donnelly ready to kick off for Dutchtown High School. And it's going to be short again, and it's taken at about the 18-yard line, and up ahead, nice return past the 35-yard line, and a good field position to start out this series. Chevalier with the return, and so the ball going to be set at about the 35-yard line.
Ball is at the 35-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
Ted Babin coming in loud and clear, man. Wow. They got that PA system ready for this first game of the season. I'll let him do the play-by-play from now on, man. Let me tell you. 1st and 10 for the Griffins now at the 35, under center, I formation and a fumble, snap, and ball's going to be dead as he took a knee to get the ball off the turf. And so things not going much better here for the Wolves. Lacombe at quarterback. Either they're fumbling the snap or they're bringing the ball in the direction of Tanner Vadnais and losing it. That's been the story of their night so far. 3 turnovers on defense for Vadnais. 2 on defense, 1 on special teams. Now again, working out of the I formation. This is a new formation for them. And you see the handoff to Charles, and he maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Number 21,
to the 36.
Charles off the right side, gains a couple.
Not much. Third and 10.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Wolves.
So Dutchtown really one play away from getting the ball back if they can get another 3 and out. You see a couple of people checking out. You see Johnson coming out of the game. Also Rhodes. And so they'll be replacing the rotation on the defensive line. Passing situation, really don't need a lot of down linemen right here. And the quarterback, Lacombe, looking to throw downfield. Caught for a first down. Nice pass. Nice zip on the ball there. And caught by Shane Murray, senior wide receiver. And so Dutchtown can't get off the field right here. And so it'll be a good first down for the Wolves as they get the ball just past Chris Washington. And so it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Griffins. Excuse me, for the Wolves. And a handoff goes to Charles, and he gains a couple. Not having a lot of success here on the ground. They have been able to get a few yards through the air tonight.
At the 48.
They do get 2 yards on first down, so that's better than nothing. It's 35-0. 8:41 left to go here before halftime. And we'll talk about halftime in just a moment. On second down, the handoff goes right, and close to a first down is Chevalier, Darian Chevalier. As you can see here on the replay,
Chevalier around the right
he takes it around the right side, and he's taken down close to a first down, about a yard and a half short. And so it's going to bring up 3rd down and about a yard and a half. They need to get past the 45-yard line, not quite to the 44, but we'll call it about a yard and a half. So now they set up out of that eye once again. And the handoff, and it's a first down for the Wolves and a lot more. As Charles gets down to the 35-yard line, maybe past that before being tackled.
Charles.
And so good running there by Charles, and you see the tackle made by a couple of Griffins, including number 15, Colin Dupree. And the ball's down to the 40-yard line. Rayne has been able to get some positive yardage as we see the officials talking it over right here.
It'll be first down for the Wolves.
And so now the ball set up at the 35. Basically discussing where the ball needs to go down. 1st and 10 from the 35 when we resume play right here. So you see a new quarterback in the game. I believe that's Chevalier. Now make that Bladen Francis at quarterback in a short game. Francis, number 5, in at quarterback. Ball carried by Ron Charles. And runs into a brick wall right there, a couple of yards downfield. He's going to get about 2 to 3. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 with 7:33 left to go in the second quarter. And a whistle and a timeout is going to be called right here by the Griffins.
Timeout, Dutchtown.
And so we'll keep it here and talk about what we're going to see at halftime, as it's homecoming night here at Dutchtown High School. And so let's talk about the homecoming court as they're going to crown a queen at halftime. The homecoming court: Alexis Strother, Aubrey Green, Cameron Cangelosi, Chloe Garbies, Elizabeth Constant, Hannah Godshaw, Isabella Francois, Macy Munson, Madison Dunn, Madison Punch, Maggie Decato, Mary Payne, Molly Anderson, Nellie Jun, Rachel Wong, Sarah St. Pierre, Sophie Voidovich, and Sydney Hollis. The homecoming court will see who is crowned as queen at halftime. Last night at the homecoming pep rally, they crowned the king already, and that was wide receiver Derek Youngblood, number 8.
After the timeout, it'll be
So we'll see who is royalty tonight with Derek Youngblood here at the half. It's 2nd down and 7. And we still see Francis at quarterback. And he's going to keep it, get close to another 1st down. Some more positive yardage.
Off the right side.
And it looks like he's down.
But there's a Rayne player down.
And so we're going to take a break here with this as the player looks down. Looks to be kind of serious right there. So we'll take a break, and our score 35-0. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
After the timeout, it'll be 3rd and 3.
Back to the action. It's 3rd down and 3 from the 28-yard line. They need to get to the 25 for the 1st down. We've seen a new quarterback here on the last few series of downs, and we see him again, number 5, Bladen Francis, replacing Lacombe at quarterback. And he's going to keep it, and he's got lots of room. If he can find the hole, and he does, cuts outside to the 10, to the 5, and he's going to score a touchdown. Nice touchdown run by Bladen Francis. And so the Rayne Wolves get on the board. 35-6 is our score with 6:36 left to go. Nice run by Bladen Francis. As you see him out there, as he cuts through the hole and gets past a couple of defenders, gets through Agu and Dupree, and so the extra point is on the way. The extra point is going to come from Como, Deuce Como, number 22.
Number 22, Como, will be kicking the extra point.
Getting an extra lineman out there. And the extra point is going to be on the way shortly. And it's up. There's pressure. And it's good. And so it's 35-7 with 6.5 minutes left to go here in the 2nd quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletics running staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy. Hollis Orthodontics. Tata Law Firm. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation. Ross Downing GMC. For their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
35-7 is our score in the 2nd quarter. Dutchtown with the lead. Rayne getting on the board for the first time here tonight, cutting this deficit to 28 points. As you see the Wolves there on the sideline.
For the Griffin.
And they're trying to get back in this game.
Will be kicking off.
They got a little bit more work to do. As Dutchtown ready to return right here. As you see Cooper and Kelly back deep to receive for the Griffins, kind of disguising in which direction they're going to go. And that's a line drive, and it's taken by an up back. That's Langlois, and he's going to cut to the right side, and he gets to the 34-yard line, so nice return.
Langlois gets it up to the 34-yard line, while Dutchtown will have it 1st and 10.
And so nice return there, and you can see the tackle made down there by the quarterback, number 5, Bladen Francis. So he scores a touchdown, makes the tackle on special teams. So busy night for Bladen Francis here, especially in this last minute or so. And so let's see, we have Perron coming in at quarterback again. And on 1st and 10, you see in the backfield, number 7, Langlois, and number 2, Burrell. And it's going to be a keeper by Perron, and a nice hole up the middle, and another first down.
Perron
up to the 48. As he faked it, got it into the hands of Burrell, and then took it out and runs straight up the field, gets a first down. Nice run there for Perron. He's had a nice night here so far. 1st and 10 from the 48. As you see, Langlois and Burrell back in the backfield again. And we have a whistle.
Timeout.
And this is going to be the hydration timeout. And so we'll take that and talk about a couple of things with our score 35-7. And some of the games next week for District 5A, we've talked about those already. Let's actually move on to the Class 5A after week 2. The top 10. Acadiana is the number 1 team in the state right now. Rummel High School at 1-0. Catholic, they lost last week to Carr. As we said, they're actually 1-1 on the season. Zachary 1-0. John Curtis 1-1. Brother Martin 2-0. Ruston also 2-0, the team that defeated Dutchtown at the end of last season to eliminate them from the playoffs. Also eliminated EA from the playoffs. West Monroe at number 8, 1-1 on the season. Scotlandville, number 9, and East Ascension coming off that exciting win last week against Warren Easton. They're number 10 in the state. So next week we have live on EATEL a matchup between 2 top 10 teams, as Catholic taking on East Ascension, number 3 versus number 10.
After the timeout, Dutchtown has
1st and 10 for the Griffins. Burrell and Langlois in the backfield. Power on a quarterback. And there's Langlois, and he's strung out and has to cut inside and still gets a few yards.
Langlois
before he's wrestled down,
brought down by number 18.
Number 18, Will Arsenault. So a gain of 3. It's 2nd and 7. And again, shotgun split formation in the backfield. 3 receivers. Two left, 1 right, and Langlois on the carry, and he is taken down by number 34. Nice tackle by Roderick Freeman.
Langlois gets the ball to the
after a 2-yard gain. 6. Clock running. 5:10 left to go, as you see the replay there.
About 3, it'd be 34 for the Griffins.
You see Freeman there coming in from the right side from behind and taking Langlois down and wrestling him down. It's 3rd and 5 for Dutchtown. Shotgun now, 1 back in the backfield. That's Langlois. And Langlois is going to get it, and he's going to get a first down. And a whistle as he's taken down, and a personal foul probably coming to tack on with this. Let's look at the replay, and you see getting hands on it, and then it was taken down by number 32 by the face mask, Rico Price. That was a violent tackle. And you got to call the flag on that. Personal foul, face mask, and so
15-yard
a 15-yard penalty. Look on the replay there. As you see him, the face mask right there. Great job by the camera operators to show us that one right there. And another first down for the Griffins. Ball at the 25-yard line, and a whistle as the clock will now begin to run. Langlois in the backfield now sets up right. Split receivers left, split receivers right. Looking left, and the pass is complete. And that pass caught by A.K. Burrell for about 9 yards.
Parron's pass complete to number 2.
So nice gain on first down. Easy pitch and catch right there as he gets down to about the 17. So it's going to be a gain of 8.
2nd and 3.
2nd and 2 for Dutchtown. As now you see inside of 4 minutes. Dutchtown really not in a hurry now as they have a commanding lead and looking to run some clock in, get some more points. Split backfield. Parron looking left and wide open. And a touchdown. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. As a catch made by Leaf Watkins, number 82. And so that was like taking candy from a baby right there. As you see the little push there by Watkins. Got some separation from Weathersby. And he gets into the end zone very easily. And it's 41-7 with 3:39 left to go in the second quarter. And Donnelly coming in to kick the extra point. High snap, but they get it down, and it's up, and it's good. 42-7, and we'll take another break.
The extra point is good.
Dutchtown with a 5-touchdown lead, and you're watching the EATEL football game of the week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
So Dutchtown with another score, answering Rayne's only touchdown of the night with a touchdown of their own. And so it's 42-7. Dutchtown had an early 28-0 lead in the first 4 minutes of this game, and they've been in cruise control since then and extending their lead to 5 touchdowns as Donnelly gets ready to kick off for the Griffins. And that's going to go through the end zone and a touchback.
Yeah, it's a touchback. Rose will have it 1st and 10.
Rayne will get it at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. And they've got their work cut out for them. They do get the ball to start the second half. So, hey, that's one thing that you have to look forward to, I suppose. But they have a lot of work cut out for them. They probably need to get some points on the board here before halftime if they want to make a shot. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And the I formation. And on first down, they're going to give it to Ron Charles once again, and not a lot of yardage.
Charles around the right side.
Maybe a yard. So it's 2nd down and 9. Clock continuing to run. 3:20 left to go before halftime.
Play, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Dutchtown, of course, with a commanding lead, but if they can stop Rayne right here with a 3 and out, they may have a chance to get some more points on the board. And running into a brick wall and getting nothing as he tries to cut right and running into a wall of Dutchtown Griffin defensive linemen. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long as you see the handoff.
Loss of about a yard
and it looks like the initial contact made by Joseph Johnson, number 51. So they're going to say a 1-yard loss, maybe a 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd down and 11. Clock running, 2:38. Timeout situation is looking good for Dutchtown. They still have 2 timeouts left to go. Quarterback rolls out, sets up the screen, and it's caught, and it is not going to be enough. As it's going to bring up 4th down as a nice tackle made, I believe, by Badney. As you see, Badney breaks through.
Line, bring up 4th down.
Comes in and makes the tackle. It's going to be 4th down.
About 6 for the Wolves.
Rayne really not in a situation to go for it here, but let's see. It looks like they may be thinking about it. As you see Lacombe coming in at quarterback. after getting to play from the sideline. I guess you got nothing to lose, down 42-7 in the second quarter. But you could just really hang it up if Dutchtown gets more points on the board before halftime. Now maybe thinking it over, and we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have another timeout, as they may have just been having second thoughts after that. And so our score 42-7 with 1:37 left to go before halftime. And for Dutchtown, this is their third game of the season. Let's take a look at their schedule here. They started out 2-0 with 2 road wins. They won at Covington 35-21. Then they won at Vanderbilt Catholic 31-20. And then you look at their schedule. Rayne here tonight. Woodlawn is supposed to be next Thursday. They haven't even played a game yet. So we'll have to see if there's actually a game next week. It's supposed to be one of our EATEL games of the week. We're supposed to be here next week. Then you got those games against East Ascension, McKinley, Santa Maria, and Catholic. A tough district schedule. And so it's going to be tough from here on out after the McKinley game next week. 4th down and 5, and a punting situation now. They think twice and they decide to punt. Como punts it quickly, and it goes out of bounds. No, it doesn't. It actually rolls down to the inside the 40-yard line.
Punt is down.
Actually, they're going to say that. Actually, going to say it did go out of bounds at about the 45-yard line with 1:28 left to go here before halftime. So we'll see if Dutchtown tries to get more points on the board. You see Sampson in, Perron in at quarterback, Langlois in. You see a lot of their starters here. Let's see if they try to go for more points. Shotgun formation, Sampson to the right, Perron at quarterback. Perron rolls out to his right. He's got time, but he's going to keep it. Now he's going to cut back inside, and he's got room. Cuts outside again. He's got a first down. He's going to keep on running, and he's got an easy first down to run down to the 34-yard line.
Gets the ball down to about the 35-yard
line. So just good vision right there by the quarterback.
Dutchtown.
As you see him step out of bounds at the 34-yard line and steps out of bounds to save some time.
Ball 34.
With 1:15 left to go before halftime. Quarterback rolls out, and it's short of his intended receiver. Going for Langlois right there, and it's incomplete.
Barrow's pass falls incomplete.
It's going to bring second down and 10.
Second and 10 from the 34.
Pass incomplete. We were talking about next week, Dutchtown versus Woodlawn as one of our games of the week. We are getting word that Woodlawn will be playing a game tomorrow. They'll be taking on Carroll High School, so they will be playing a game before they take on Dutchtown. Second down and 10, and the pass is incomplete. Perron throwing to Cooper downfield. He had plenty of time, but good coverage there by number 30, Landon Richard, for the Wolves. Now the clock stops at 1:08 in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. You see 2 receivers to the right. That's Ickes and Cooper. 2 receivers down to the left. 1 man in the backfield. Sampson. And the quarterback's going to keep it on a design run. And he's not going to get the first down. He's going to get down to the 31-yard line. And the clock will continue to run inside of a minute. So it's going to be 4th and 6. Dutchtown may choose to go for it right here. And it is 4th down. A timeout called by the Griffins with 50 seconds left to go. And again, let's talk about the homecoming court as you're going to see them come up in just a few minutes. Alexis Strother, Aubrey Green, Cameron Cancelosi, Chloe Garbias, Hannah Constant, Elizabeth Constant, Hannah Gottschall, Isabella Francois, Macy Munson, Madison Dunn, Madison Punch, Maggie Decato, Mary Payne, Molly Anderson, Nellie Jun, Rachel Wong, Rachel St. Pierre, Sophie Voidovich, and Sydney Hollis. One of them will be crowned queen here at halftime. Last year's queen from 2019 was Miss Kiki Price. We'll see who follows her up as the queen, as the homecoming court will be announced in 50 seconds of clock time here at halftime of homecoming for Dutchtown High School. Should be a fun halftime. As we said, the king, Derek Youngblood, was crowned last night at the pep rally. So 4th down, Dutchtown going for it right here. Perron's going to roll out. He may throw it, and he does, and it's nearly picked off. As he's going for Langlois, and stepping in front of it is Blake Francis. You've seen him in at quarterback. He has a lone touchdown for Rayne High School on offense as the clock stops with 46 seconds left to go before halftime. So Rayne will get the ball, but not a lot of time to do anything with it, and I don't believe they have any timeouts left either. So we see Lacombe in at quarterback, under center. First down, he's looking right now, throws downfield, and it's up for grabs and caught, and this may be a touchdown. Looks like it went through the hands of Dylan Kelly, number 5. I thought he was going to have a pick right there. Instead, the touchdown reception is made. As you see him come through, and it looks like he was going to get the interception, and it just went straight through his hands and caught by number 26, Connor Menard. And Connor Menard gets a touchdown. Now all of a sudden it's 42-13.
DuPont on the reception.
And so the extra point coming from Como.
Como in to attempt the extra point.
High snap, pressure, and it is it short? Did it make it? Yes, it did, just barely.
The extra point is good.
So the extra point's good, 42-14, 35 seconds left. We'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
So Rayne with a bit of a surprise there with the long touchdown pass from quarterback Colin Lacombe, and it makes it 42-14. So now Dutchtown will get the ball back with 35 seconds left to go. Looked like Dutchtown had an opportunity to drive down, score another touchdown. Could not convert. Lost the ball on downs, and then Rayne goes downfield on one pass downfield and makes it 42-14. Still a comfortable lead for the Griffins right now. Como is going to kick off for for Rayne. And a little squib kick. May have been headed out of bounds, but it's taken by A.K. Burrell. With 30 seconds left to go, Dutchtown will get the ball, and you may just see them take a knee right here and just get to the half.
Burrell returns the kick back to about the 28-yard line.
They were on fire for the first 4 minutes of this game, but since then, you see a flag down on the field too, as we will talk about that. But after those 4 touchdowns early on, Dutchtown's thrown a couple of interceptions. They just gave up the big play on a pass downfield near the end of the half. So Dutchtown really, since that first half, since the first 4 minutes of that first quarter, has looked kind of ordinary. It's 28-0 to start out the first 4 minutes, and since then it's been even 14-14. As we see a penalty about to be assessed. So Rayne just got themselves in too big a hole early. They've been playing much better as they have matched Dutchtown touchdown for touchdown after the first 4 minutes. But the problem is when you start out 28-0 before people are even sitting down, it's hard to come back from that. And so the penalty, they're still kind of sorting things out right here. Now we see the official personal foul against Dutchtown.
Foul against Dutchtown.
So that'll assess a few extra yards in the other direction. And so Dutchtown will start inside their 20-yard line, maybe inside their 15. And in fact, they are about the 14-yard line. 1st and 10.
Ball is at the 13-yard line.
You would expect Dutchtown to maybe just take a knee right here and take it to the half. Power on a quarterback. And they do give it to Sampson. He's going to cut outside. And he's got room to run if he can take it around the corner. He can't quite make it. He does get to the 39 and a late flag. And this, I believe, is going to be a penalty called on Ickes for a block in the back. Let's see if we can see Ickes come from behind. You see that little blind side block right there. And so that's going to be pushed back a few yards. It's a good block, but you can't do that anymore. Just one of the rules of football that's kind of been outlawed, that has been part of the game for a long time. It's kind of a side-by-side block, but you can't just take somebody in a situation like that. As you saw Ickes like saying, what was I supposed to do? You just gotta let him go at this point. That's kind of how football works these days. Most people back in the day would consider that a solid hit, solid block. Not anymore. You see the player down still. They're still tending to him. So why don't we take a short break while they take care of him and go to a couple of commercials. You're watching the high school football game of the week.
I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Dutchtown penalized for illegal block.
So the illegal block has been assessed as number 5. Francis comes off the field. Looked like he was going to be down.
Ball is placed at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 1.
That's an unusual situation. 1st and 1 from the 23. Ickes goes in motion, and the quarterback's going to keep it up the middle, but he gets free and gets a little bit, and he gets that 1 yard he needed for the first down on first down. As the clock will probably run out here to end this half with 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So we're going to take a break for halftime, and we'll give you the presentation of the Dutchtown High School homecoming court in just a moment. But I'm going to take a break here and take a little short rest while you see that. It's 42-14 at the half. Dutchtown with the lead. You're watching the game of the week.
I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Member of Student Council and is the current Student Body Vice President. She's a 2-year member of National Honor Society and is the current Secretary. She's been a member of the cross-country team for 4 years, track, allied health, and mentor for 3 years, Be the Change for 2 years, and a 1-year member of the Griffin Girls. She's been Gallant Griffin and AP Capstones certificate recipient. Upon graduation, Molly plans to attend Louisiana State University and major in biochemistry to become an oncologist. She also plans to continue her Bible studies at Healing Place College Night School. Molly would like to thank Cross Country, Student Council, and National Honor Society for her nominations. Ladies and gentlemen, Maid Molly Anderson. Senior Maid Cameron Cangelosi. Cameron is the 17-year-old daughter of Charles and April Cangelosi. She's a 4-year member of the varsity cheer and gymnastics team. She is currently the varsity cheer captain. She's been in Beta for 4 years, Allied Health and Mentors for 3, a 2-year member of Student Council, and a member of Be the Change. Cameron has been named Gallant Griffin and is an AP Scholar. Cameron has assisted in organizing benefits for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, benefits for St. Jude patients in our community, and has visited the St. Jude campus in Memphis. She's most proud to be part of the 2019 team selected as the Varsity Brand's American School Spirit inaugural Spirit of St. Jude Award. Upon graduation, Cameron plans to attend the University of Mississippi and major in biology in hopes of becoming an orthodontist. She would like to thank the varsity cheer team for her nomination. Senior Maid Cameron Cangelosi. Senior Maid Elizabeth Constant. Elizabeth is the 17-year-old daughter of Nelson and Tammy Constant. She's a 3-year member of the Griffin gymnastics team. She's done competitive gymnastics for 12 years at Athletes in Motion as an AIM Gym. Elizabeth enjoys teaching gymnastics and working at Ames Kids, tumbling and spending time with family. Upon graduation, Elizabeth plans to attend LSU and major in business. She would like to thank the gymnastics team for her nomination. Senior Maid Elizabeth Constant. Senior Maid Maggie Decato. Maggie is the 17-year-old daughter of Terry and Dirk Decato. She's a 4-year member of the Griffin Girl dance team, Student Council, Allied Health and Mentors, and the Gallant Griffin for 3 years. Outside of school, Maggie works as a hostess and enjoys spending time with her coworkers. Her hobbies include watching movies, hanging out with friends and family, playing with her dogs, shopping, and practicing after school with her teammates. Upon graduation, Maggie plans to attend Brand U to pursue a career in radiation therapy. Maggie would like to thank the Griffin Girls for her nomination. Senior Maid Maggie Decato. Senior Maid Madison Dunn. Madison is the 17-year-old daughter of Sean and Kimberly Dunn. She's a 4-year member of the Griffin Girl dance team and currently lieutenant captain. She's been an active member of Allied Health and Student Council for 3 years, DTHS Mentors for 1 year, and an AP Scholar. She's danced at Laurie School of Dance for 15 years and competitively there for 8. Madison enjoys dancing, shopping, volunteering, hanging out with her friends and family, and cooking. Upon graduation, Madison plans to attend Xavier University of Louisiana and major in biology on a pre-med track. Madison would like to thank the Griffin Girls for her nomination. Senior Maid Madison Dunn. Senior Maid Isabella Francois. Isabella is the 17-year-old daughter of Reuben and Carly Francois. She's a 4-year member of the Thespian Society and Theater Department and currently the Thespian Society historian. She's completed 9 years of stage acting through the community and 4 years at the high school. She was also part of the National Forensic Society for 2 years. She's competed nationally for Dutchtown on the speech and debate team. She attended the Invitational Annual Harvard National Forensics Tournament 2 years in a row. Isabella enjoys time with friends and family, making short films, fashion, and taking pictures. She also likes to make a difference in her community. Upon graduation, Isabella plans to attend FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology, in Marketing, Advertising, and Communications. Isabella would like to thank the Thespian Society for her nomination. Senior Maid Isabella Francois. Senior Maid Chloe Garberis. Chloe is the 17-year-old daughter of Michelle and Ray Garberis. She's a 1-year member of speech and debate and 2-year member of the tennis team, as well as cross country, freshman mentors for 2 years, and on the track and field team for 1. Chloe has been a Gallant Griffin, an AP Scholar, and a national and state qualifier for the Dutchtown speech and debate team. She enjoys reading, going to the park, writing, and playing with her dog, Bodie, and her cat, Benji. Upon graduation, Chloe plans to attend the University of Georgia and major in political science. Chloe would like to thank the tennis team for her nomination. Senior maid, Chloe Gerberis. Senior maid, Hannah Godshaw. Hannah is the 17-year-old daughter of Adrian Godshaw and Brandy Roy Godshaw. She is being escorted tonight by her grandfather, Wayne Roy. She's a 4-year member of Student Council in Beta, 3-year member of Allied Health Swim Team, 2-year member of Rho Kappa Theta in the National Honor Society, 1-year member of the Spanish Club. She's been named Gallant Griffin and is an AP Scholar. She has been an 11-year member of the Center Stage Stars Company. Hannah enjoys spending time with her friends, competing with Center Stage, and enjoys outdoor activities such as biking, running, playing tennis, and hiking. Upon graduation, Hannah plans to attend the University of Florida and major in kinesiology and become an occupational therapist. Hannah would like to thank 4-H for her nomination. Senior maid, Hannah Godshaw. Senior maid, Aubrey Green. Aubrey is the 17-year-old daughter of Sonny and Jeff Green. She's a 4-year member of Dutchtown Choir and has been a part of vocal ensemble for the past 3 years. In 2019, she was chosen to sing in ACDA, one of Louisiana's top choirs. Aubrey is also a 4-year swim team member and 2-year member of Be the Change. Aubrey enjoys spending time with her friends and family, singing in church, watching baseball, and traveling. After graduation, Aubrey plans on attending Southeastern and majoring in speech pathology. She would like to thank both the swim team and choir for their nominations. Senior maid, Aubrey Green. Senior maid, Sydney Hollis. Sydney is the 18-year-old daughter of Sam and Christy Hollis. She is a 4-year member of the varsity cheer team in Beta, 3-year member of the gymnastics team, student council, mentors, Allied Health, and 2-year member of the National Honor Society, in which she is the current treasurer. Sydney was named as a commended student in the National Merit Scholarship Program and is an AP Scholar. Sydney, along with the varsity cheer team, has been one of the top high school fundraisers for St. Jude. Sydney also spent a year volunteering for the special needs cheer team, Northern Lights. She is also celebrating her 18th birthday today. Upon graduation, Sydney plans to attend LSU and major in biomedical engineering to become a neonatologist. She would like to thank Student Council and Honor Society for her nominations. Senior maid, Sydney Hollis. Senior maid, Nellie Jung. Nellie is the 17-year-old daughter of Namyoung Jung and Bokyu Jung. She's a 4-year member of the Dutchtown Sound and has been a 3-year member of Mu Alpha Theta. She has also been a 2-year member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, Allied Health, and Mentors. She's a 1-year member of Rho Kappa and the Youth Advocacy Team. Nellie is an AP Scholar and a semifinalist for National Merit. She is the drum major of the Dutchtown Sound and has been flute section for 2 years. She's the president of the Dutchtown chapter of the Youth Advocacy Team and the co-founder of the Student Representation Organization. Upon graduation, Nellie plans to either attend Juilliard and major in music performance or Stanford and major in psychology. Nellie would like to thank the Dutchtown Sound for her nomination. Senior maid, Nellie Jung. Senior maid, Macy Munson. Macy is the 17-year-old daughter of Kent and Jenny Munson. She has been a part of the Dutchtown varsity softball team for 4 years, Dutchtown soccer for 1. Macy is a freshman mentor and has been named Gallant Griffin. She enjoys spending time with her family and friends, taking joy rides, working, singing, and dancing. After graduation, Macy plans on attending Nicholls State University and studying in the medical field. Macy would like to thank her best friend Cole and the Pink Ladies for motivating her every day and supporting her throughout high school. She would also like to thank the Dutchtown softball team for her nomination. Senior maid, Macy Munson. Senior maid, Mary Payne. Mary is the 17-year-old daughter of Mark and Ruth Payne. She currently serves as president of the Thespian Society and Science Club, as well as vice president of Nu Alpha Theta and Game Club. In addition, Mary is a member of the Dutchtown Beta Club, Honor Society, Student Council, Freshman Mentors, Rho Kappa, and Speech and Debate Team. Mary has been a gallant Griffin and an AP Scholar. She's danced at DeFrancis Academy of Dance for over 10 years and competed nationally. She is currently their Dancer of the Year. Mary enjoys attending classes at the dance studio, going to theater rehearsals, and driving around with her friends. Upon graduation, Mary plans to attend the University of Alabama to major in creative media and minor in theater and communications to pursue a career in the film industry. Mary would like to thank the Thespian Society and Nu Alpha Theta for her nominations. Senior maid, Mary Payne. Senior maid, Madison Punch. Madison is the 17-year-old daughter of Ashley and Johnny Punch. She's a 4-year member of 4-H and has been president for the past 3 years. She has been an active member of the Mentors and Allied Health for the past 3 years. She has been a gallant Griffin and an AP Scholar. Outside of school, Madison is an active member of Ascension Parish Junior Leaders, where she has previously served as reporter and secretary. Madison enjoys shopping, playing tennis, and spending time with her friends and family. Upon graduation, Madison plans to attend Southeastern Louisiana University and major in nursing. Madison would like to thank 4-H for her nomination. Senior maid, Madison Punch. Senior maid, Sarah St. Pierre. Sarah is the 17-year-old daughter of Tracy St. Pierre and the late Dave St. Pierre. She is being escorted tonight by her volleyball coach, Coach Patrick Ricks. She's a 4-year member of the volleyball team and a 3-year letterman. She volunteered in the Youth Serving Youth program for 1 year and has been part of Be the Change for 3 years. Sarah has also been named Gallant Griffin. Sarah enjoys spending time with friends and family and playing volleyball. Upon graduation, Sarah plans to attend Southeastern Louisiana University, majoring in radiology. Sarah would like to thank the volleyball team for her nomination. Senior maid, Sarah St. Pierre. Senior maid, Alexis Strother. Alexis is the 17-year-old daughter of V and Joe Strother. She's a 4-year member of the cheer team and 1-year member of the gymnastics team. Alexis, along with her varsity cheer team, won the LHSAA State Game Day Championship in 2017 and medaled in Game Day at the National High School Cheerleading Championship and were featured on ESPNU twice. Alexis enjoys learning new skills, stunning in cheer, spending time with family and friends, especially her baby sister, and growing her makeup skills and business outside of school. Upon graduation, Alexis plans to certify as an esthetician. After becoming certified, she plans to go to UL, major in business, and continue her dream of opening her own beauty salon. Alexis would like to thank Varsity Cheer for her nomination. Senior maid, Alexis Strother. Senior maid, Sophie Voivodich. Sophie is the 17-year-old daughter of Casey and Stephen Voivodich. She's a 3-year member of the swim team, 1-year member of Allied Health, and the volleyball team manager. She is also a member of the nonprofit organization Tank Fruit. Sophie has been a gallant Griffin and taken AP classes. She enjoys taking pictures with friends, working with kids, hanging out with friends and family, and swim school competitions. After graduation, Sophie plans to attend Louisiana State University and major in dermatology. Sophie would like to thank the swim team for her nomination. Senior maid, Sophie Voivodich. Senior maid, Rachel Wong. Rachel is the 17-year-old daughter of Christine and Edward Wong. She is being escorted tonight by her brother, Ethan Wong. She's a 4-year member of Beta and Student Council, currently Beta President and Student Body Secretary. She's been a 3-year member of the Dutchtown Sound, Nu Alpha Theta, Mentors, and Culture Club. She is currently the leader of Culture Club as well as the flute section leader. Rachel has been an AP Scholar and earned her AP Capstone Diploma. She's received multiple superior ratings at the Louisiana Piano Festival and the co-founder and ambassador of the Student Representation Organization. She's also the founder of the Youth Advocacy Team at Dutchtown High. Rachel enjoys playing the piano and flute, reading and spending time with her family and friends, and pairing cute outfits. Upon graduation, she plans to attend Duke University and double major in political science and psychology, planning to either be a civil rights or international lawyer. Rachel would like to thank Beta Club for her nomination. Senior Maid, Rachel Wong. Please welcome our 2019 Homecoming Queen, Kiki Price. Kiki is the 18-year-old daughter of Paul Price and Chandra Thomas. She currently attends Southeastern Louisiana University and is majoring in business entrepreneurship. She plans on becoming a philanthropist and a role model for young girls around the world. She enjoys watching Netflix, hanging out with friends, and traveling. Kiki is excited to be back at Dutchtown High School and to crown our new queen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our 2020 Homecoming Queen is Macy Munson. Homecoming Queen, Macy Munson. Macy is the 17-year-old daughter of Kent and Jenny Munson. She's been part of the Dutchtown varsity softball team for 4 years and the Dutchtown soccer team for 1. Macy is a freshman mentor and has been named Gallant Griffin. She enjoys spending time with her family and friends, taking joyrides, working, singing, and dancing. After graduation, Macy plans on attending Nicholls State University and studying in the medical field. She would like to thank her best friend Cole and the Pink Ladies for motivating her every day and supporting her throughout high school. She would also like to thank the Dutchtown softball team for her nomination. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2020 Homecoming Queen, Macy Munson.
I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
The title law firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics. From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Get ready to kick off the savings at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Save $11,000 on new 2020 Sierra or 2020 Envision, $13,000 off at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. New Sierra, $11,000 off. 2020 Envision, $13,000 off. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
My shoulder pain got so bad I couldn't lift anything overhead. So I chose Peak Performance, and I can't believe how much better I am now. Peak really does get you back into the game of life. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
The third quarter in just a moment for our EATEL Game of the Week. Jeff Porsche with you. Our score, Dutchtown 42-14 over Rayne High School. It's been a pretty even match after the first 4 minutes of the game. The only problem was in the first 4 minutes of the game, Dutchtown went up 28-0. 14-14 since then, but still a 4-touchdown deficit for Rayne High School, and so they have a long way to go. They do get the ball to start the second half. You just saw the halftime entertainment, the crowning of the Dutchtown High School homecoming queen, and the introduction of the entire Dutchtown High School homecoming court. I'd like to congratulate once again Miss Macy Munson for being crowned as the Dutchtown High School homecoming queen. As you see all of the members of the court: Alexis Strother, Aubrey Green, Cameron Cangelosi, Chloe Garbias, Elizabeth Constant, Hannah Godshaw, Isabella Francois, and there's Macy, the winner for tonight. Madison Dunn, Madison Punch, Maggie Decato, Mary Payne, Molly Anderson, Nellie Jun, Rachel Wong, Sarah St. Pierre, Sophie Voivodich, and Sydney Hollis. And so that's the entire homecoming court. And again, congratulations, Queen Macy Munson was crowned by last year's homecoming queen, Kiki Price. Also like to recognize Pot and Paddle. They also provided some pastalaya for the Dutchtown training staff before the game today. Lanny Litchfield and the staff here at Dutchtown High School would like to thank them for all the services that they provided for them here tonight. So again, thank you to Pot and Paddle. Still a few moments away from the kickoff. As you see, Dutchtown coming to the field. They had about as perfect a 4 minutes as you're ever going to see in a high school football game. They scored untouched on their first play from scrimmage, untouched from the second play of scrimmage.
Third quarter sponsored by your
had a couple of plays before they scored on their third series, and then a long pass from Perron to Sampson made it 28-0.
Next time you need
and since then they've kind of coasted. They brought in their backup quarterback Sean Winfield to get a couple of series. He threw a couple of interceptions, kind of got Rayne back on their proper footing, and then they were able to get a couple of touchdowns.
We would like to recognize
to make it 42-14. As basically they've exchanged touchdowns since that 28-0
Aaron and his family have been
opening of this game.
Part of the Dutchtown family.
Ready for the kickoff. Christian Donnelly, who got tons of action in that first 4 minutes and has already kicked 6 extra points here tonight. He's going to kick off to start the second half. And back deep to receive is number 21. And that's Ron Charles. And also number 5, Blayton Francis. And it's going to be Charles taking it at the 9-yard line. And he's going to go to his right, and he breaks through and gets some good yardage. He's past the 35-yard line, gets to the 37-yard line. As Rayne gets good field position, and you see him being chased down there and eventually being pushed out of bounds by number 36. That's John Erlinson. John Erlinson, senior defensive back, who gave his shirt off my back award last night at the homecoming pep rally to none other than me. Yeah, I'm going to brag about that. I was very happy to get that award from him. I was very honored. First down, and we had a whistle, but the play still seems to be going on here. Did I not hear a whistle? There was a whistle, but they're still going to go on with the play, and so about
pass complete to number 28.
6-yard gain to number 28, Reed DuPont.
Brought
down by Chris Washington, as you see DuPont dragging Washington downfield.
It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 43.
So a 6-yard gain. Don't know what that whistle was, where it came from. Doesn't seem to matter. They're going to go on with the play. And so under center, you see the quarterback, Francis, the backup. And you see movement by the right guard, and that's going to be
There's a bunch of flags on that play.
You couldn't have said it better myself, Ted.
Start against the run.
As you can see, the right guard, right tackle, both moving right there.
38.
And so I see Jamarian Sams, number 55, was about 3 yards downfield before the snap. So a 5-yard penalty is going to be 2nd down and 9 from the 38-yard line. And that goes nowhere as Vadnais comes in again. Vadnais couldn't block him and drops the quarterback, Francis, for a 5-yard loss.
Sack.
As you see, number 1, Devion Francis, was just late getting to him, and Vadnais with the big play there. He's had lots of big plays. You see him right there. He's having quite a season. He had a pick 6 against Covington. He's had 3 turnovers here tonight. Had the big play for a loss right there. 3rd down and 15 for Rayne. Now the quarterback is the other quarterback, and it's incomplete. That's LaCombe coming in at quarterback, and he was throwing to number 28, Reed DuPont, but it falls incomplete. So that's a big series of downs there for the Dutchtown Griffin defense. As I said before, it's been pretty evenly matched since that 28-0 outburst. Dutchtown still comfortably up by 28, and we see a whistle as number 5, Dylan Kelly, goes back deep to receive the punt. And we're going to have a timeout called by Dutchtown. Let's talk about Rayne during this timeout. They're in District 4-4A, and in District 4-4A you have Eunice, North Vermilion, Rayne, and that's pretty much it. So it's kind of an interesting district because LaGrange and Washington Marion are also in that district, but they're in Lake Charles, and as you know, Lake Charles just got pummeled by hurricanes this hurricane season. And so a lot of teams in Lake Charles just not fielding teams this year. So it's a 3-team district, as LaGrange and Washington Marion aren't really fielding teams. They're 2-0 this season. They beat Welsh 19-6, and they beat Berwick 42-21. They still have several games left, but only 3 games. It's actually a 2-game district this season for them. So 4th down and a punt by Como, line drive, and it's taken. Nice bounce straight into the hands, but knocked down hard. Number 9, Darian Chevalier, he took Dylan Kelly out right there with a nice tackle.
6-yard line. It'll be
good job right there. That's a nice tackle by Chevalier. And that stops the clock. There's a flag on the field back at the 49-yard line. You can see it right there on the Dutchtown side of the field, right past the left hash mark. So let's see what this is going to be. So
Holding against the Griffins.
As usual, holding call against the team that's receiving the punt or the kick. You can't go a game without seeing one or two of those, can you? So now with 10:08, Dutchtown's going to be pushed back a little bit.
It'll be 1st and 10.
So now they're going to be pushed back at about apparently the 25. So 1st and 10 for the Griffins. And you see Perron coming in tonight. And on 1st down, the handoff to Sampson, and he breaks a tackle, and he might be gone. He's definitely gone. 48-14. 75-yard run, touchdown, just like that.
Touchdown.
So to start the first half, you had the 64-yard touchdown run. To start the second half, Sampson has a 75-yard touchdown run. And once he broke that initial tackle, there wasn't anybody going to catch him. He's one of the best athletes you're going to see here in District 5, 5A. And so with 9:56, our score 48-14, and the extra point on the way from Donnelly.
In to kick the extra point. Cooper is holding.
So a 34-point lead right now. You see movement on the defensive line. Looks like that will be called against Rayne.
Offside against the Wolves.
So they'll move it up a yard. In some cases, teams may choose to go for 2 in a situation like this, having the ball moved up a yard, but comfortably for Dutchtown, they don't really need to do that. So Donnelly comes in. It's up.
Yes,
and it's good, and we'll take a break. 49-14, 9:56 left to go in the third. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
75-yard touchdown run on the first play from scrimmage on offense for Dutchtown here in the second half. That makes our score 49-14. And Donnelly will kick off again. And the same guys back to receive for Rayne, and they let it bounce. And not much happening there to about the 21-yard line.
Ball is returned near the 20-yard line where the Wolves will have it 1st and 10.
And so Rayne down by 35 and running out of time to make something happen here. We're still early in the third quarter, but they're down 5 touchdowns. So they definitely got their work cut out for them. Second half began with a 3-and-out by the Wolves, and then the punt, and then a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. So 1st down, and there's the handoff to Chevalier, and he's going to lose about 5 yards as he's taken out by number 15.
Chevalier dropped for a loss.
That's Colin Dupre with the tackle.
About 5.
As you see, the handoff didn't really fool anybody.
Gain the Griffins on the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd down and 15.
Vadney also in on the tackle for Dutchtown. And, of course, we've talked about him a lot. He's had a great day. Vadney, Sampson on offense, Perron on offense. A lot of excellence so far here tonight. Handoff up the middle, and that's not going to be very much. Then that's Chevalier on the carry again. And he's going to get maybe a couple of yards back. It's going to be third down and about 12. So maybe a 3-yard gain, maybe a 2-yard gain, but not very much.
About 13 for the Wolves.
So another 3rd and long. For the Rayne Wolves. Again, we talked about that a moment ago. This is really unusual that they play in a 3-team district this season. Unison, North, Vermilion, and they play them in the next 2 weeks. Then they had to fill out their schedule with other games, so they're finishing their season with Notre Dame, Lafayette Christian, and Como. Those are some tough games. 3rd down, and quarterback loses it, and it goes right into the hands of the running back, Reed DuPont.
That was a fumble.
This could be considered a completed pass. As you see the pressure coming in, no, we're definitely going to call that a fumble caused by Zane Rhodes, number 56. So let's credit Rhodes with that right there. You see him, and he had great pursuit. And he comes in and almost helps out with the tackle. So Como now in the punt, and Kelly back to receive.
Back in punt formation.
Dutchtown should get really good field position here. Como not much of a hang time punter. We'll call it that. Basically, just gets a line drive out as quickly as he can. That's what he's been doing so far here tonight. Make sure it doesn't get blocked, and that's what he does again. And this is the hang time punt, as I said it wasn't going to happen. Nice bounce taken by Kelly at the 49. Breaks a tackle. Doesn't get past the second one. Taken out by 28. And again, we've talked about him recently, Reed DuPont on the tackle. There is an injured Wolf on the field. So the injured Wolf is Darian Chevalier. And so let's take a little break right now with the score 49-14. There's also a flag, but we'll get to that later. We'll tell you about it when we come back from our break.
I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Back to the action, and Chevalier gets off the field, and a personal foul has been called against the Griffins. So a 15-yard penalty will be assessed from the spot of the tackle. So 15-yard penalty, and the ball goes back to the 38-yard line. They had gotten just past midfield. Dutchtown was expecting to get much better field position than this. And you see the new quarterback, Sean Winfield. He's thrown a couple of interceptions here tonight. They're going to see what he can do right here as they hand it off to Langlois. And he's taken out of bounds by Como and Arsenault.
Langlois off the right side.
But he gets a few yards.
Pushed out of bounds by Arsenault.
He's going to get about 4 on the play.
And Como.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Actually, 2nd and 5.
Should be 2nd and 4 from the 43-yard line.
Gets to the 43-yard line. Winfield splits time with Parent, but tonight Parent has had the advantage as he has 3 touchdown passes and 2 touchdown runs. 2nd down, there's Langlois, and he gets the first down. Nice hard run by him, still on his feet, and then gets pushed back. They're going to say forward progress got him to the 46-yard line, so you see him break the first tackle, and then he's pushed back from the 46, and they'll spot it right there. 6:55 left to go here in the third quarter. First and 10. See Ickes in motion. And there's the handoff. And a big hole again, and another first down. There's a carry there by A.K. Burrell, number 2.
Burrell Up the middle.
So Burrell gets up the middle before he's taken down by number 34, Freeman. So first down at the 31. Substitution on the offensive line there. You see number 77, Ethan Fields, coming in. And he's going to replace number 66, Matthew Gellman. Shotgun formation. And there's the handoff to Langlois, and a nice job and a fumble, and it's recovered by Rayne. I was going to say a nice job of avoiding the tackle right there, but he lost the ball. As you see, the hard hit and gets past it, but then loses the ball, and it goes to the Wolves, and the Wolves will have their ball one more time with 6:08 left to go here in this third quarter. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line.
Located on KC Road in Gonzales.
Should get a hydration break after this play right here.
This season. Come see the friendly staff at Bouillette's next time you need repairs.
And so Lacombe is in at quarterback. We've seen number 5, Bladen Francis, occasionally, but he's not in right there. Chevalier, oh, that's knocked down hard. That was a good tackle there by Donald Howard. Really wasn't a tackle, just knocked him down. You don't want to run into that guy. He's a big dude.
Timeout, hydration break.
And so we have the hydration break as requested. And so let's go back and take a look at some of the things about these two teams and the coaches. Dutchtown, of course, coached by Guy Mastretta. This is his first 4-year class. These guys came in as freshmen with him. And you see Coach Guy Mastretta walking down the sidelines right there. He's 22-14 overall here at Dutchtown, but he has won a state championship. He's been coaching for 15 years. He's won 38-58 overall. Kane Guidry is the coach at Rayne. Last year he was 8-5, and you see some of the things about last week. In week 2, Dutchtown defeated Vanderbilt 31-20. Rayne beat Berwick 42-21. And you see the other game, EA versus St. Charles Catholic. That's the other homecoming game over in Gonzales at Spartan Field. Second down and 10. And about 4 yards on the carry, maybe 5. Nice carry there by Ron Charles. So third and manageable.
It's 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 35.
Rayne really needs to get some points on the board right here, though, if they're going to get back in this game, trailing by 5 scores. This ball control really not going to work if they want to get back in it. They need some quick scores. Third down, and it's close. That's going to be right at the marker. That's Ron Charles again. He's a 5'9", 155-pound senior.
It's close.
And he's right at it. I think he probably has enough, and he does. My vantage point, I'm right at the 40-yard line, and so I can see it straight ahead, and it looked like it was enough, just enough for a first down. Beautiful night here at Griffin Field. Finally feels like fall, even if it's just for a day or two. First down, Lacombe, and he's handing it off to Charles, and he doesn't get much on that play. He's taken down after a short gain, 2nd down and 8.
Charles brought down for a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 41.
So 1 yard officially on the carry. If Dutchtown can hold on here, they'll start the season 3-0. And then they will take on a Woodlawn team next week that hasn't even played a game yet, although we did mention that we have found out that they are playing tomorrow against Carroll High School. 2nd down, and there's a nice run up the middle. And that's DuPont. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Charles gains about 7.
Make that 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
So they got to get right to midfield to get the first down. 3:45 left to go in the third quarter. Lacombe still in a quarterback. Chevalier goes in motion. And that time you're not going to get it right there. That's DuPont again. And he is wrestled down by a couple of Griffin defenders. So it's fourth down after the loss. As you see the Dutchtown Sound right there having their fun here tonight. It's been a lot of fun here for a lot of people here on the Griffin side. This is the first home game of the season, so it's just good to have football back here at Dutchtown High School. They were on the road for the first 2 games, which was unfortunate because they had a situation where they had the first 2 games scheduled at home, but you lost the first 2 games because of the whole COVID season delay and all that. They were supposed to open up with North Shore, but that didn't happen. And so we have a whistle and a timeout. Timeout called by Rayne. And so we were talking about Dutchtown and how their district play begins next week against Woodlawn. And let's take a look at District 5, 5A. Of course, same teams that you usually have in there. Catholic, Dutchtown, East Ascension, McKinley, Sanamaw, and Woodlawn. Woodlawn moving back up to 5A last year after a couple of years in 4A. They moved back up, and Broadmoor moved back down. But you see the District 5, 5A records right there. Dutchtown, East Ascension, Sanamaw, all the Ascension Parish schools leading the way with a 2-0 record. Catholic, of course, you know they're going to probably compete, if not win the district. They're 1-1 with the loss against Carr. And then Woodlawn hasn't played a game yet. McKinley just struggling right now at 0-2. Fourth down and 3. And it's a play fake and a pass downfield and overthrown, incomplete. And so Dutchtown will take over after the incomplete pass to Devion Francis. Tried a nice little timing route, but just over his head coverage there by Agu. And so we'll see who comes in at quarterback on this series of downs for Dutchtown High. Really, you've seen what you need to see from Perron tonight. He's had a great game. Winfield with a couple of interceptions. You probably need to see him get a little more action here and get some positive performance here, as Dutchtown really has his game in control with 2:45 left to go in the third quarter. It'd be nice to see Winfield get a couple of completions, have a couple of things happen in his favor. On first down, there's Langlois with the carry. Nice cut back inside and gets a first down.
Langlois up the middle.
He's taken down
Gets the ball to the
by number 32, Rico Price, but not before he gets a first down. See, nice cut back inside and the seal block right there, breaking the hole through. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Griffins as we wait for the chain gang to move downfield.
Dutchtown.
Ball at the 37-yard line. First and 10. And a fake and the keeper by Winfield. He gets about 4 or 5 yards. Nice play.
Winfield, quarterback keeper off the left side. Gets the
really
ball
important to get
32.
Winfield on track here in this game as you start district play next week. And he's going to see the field.
2nd and 5 for the Griffins.
He and Perron are both good quarterbacks, and tonight Perron had the advantage. But you're going to see Winfield during the season, so we need to get some positivity in his favor here. 2nd down and a first down run by Langlois down to the 20.
Langlois.
There's a wolf down on the field at the 35, as we'll see after the replay. As you see, nice running there. We may have seen all of Sampson on the night. We'll talk about that too. But you see the player down at the 35-yard line. And so we'll take a break and check out the injured player and come back when we're ready to go. So we'll take a break right now. You're watching the Game of the Week.
Well, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. with hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Injured player taken off the field for Rayne, number 53, and I can't tell you who that is because there's no 53 on any roster that I have. So wherever he is, he looks okay, and that's a good thing. 1st and 10, and we were talking about Langlois. You've seen a lot of him tonight here in this third quarter. Winfield leading the Griffins downfield, and you like to see that. Probably seen about all you're going to see tonight of Dylan Sampson. You don't need to risk injury in a situation like this where the game's in control, and get some good action from guys like Burrell and Langlois and everybody else. Says that's Burrell right there, and Burrell gets down to about the 12. It's a nice run by sophomore running back A.K. Burrell.
Off the right side.
As you see on the replay, basically following his blocker downfield. His blocker, Donald Howard, number 4, wide receiver. So good job of following his men. So Winfield now gives it to Langlois, down to the 10, down to the 7, and out of bounds. It's good to see Langlois getting some action as well. He had a fumble earlier in the third quarter that was lost to Rayne, and now in this series of downs, he's holding on to the ball and getting some positive yards. As you see, Burrell heading off the field, as the lone back will be Langlois right here. 3 receivers left, 1 right. And there's Langlois up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. And with 37 seconds left to go in the third quarter, 55-14 is our score. Good blocking down there. You see the offensive lineman, 59-77. 59, Jonah Burke, number 77, Ethan Fields. Those are some of the backups coming in and getting some action, as those are the backup guards. So you're going to see some of these guys like Brennan Lewis, Ethan Fields, Michael Jones, Jonah Burke, Wayne McKinney probably coming in getting some action as we move into this fourth quarter. Extra point on the way, and it's off the upright. It's no good. So that's the only mistake Donnelly's made here tonight. As you see, it's up, and it is doink. And 37 seconds left, 55-14. Let's take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletics running staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
55-14 is our score with 37 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So only a couple of plays left before we open the final quarter of action. This game pretty much in control by Dutchtown since pretty much the opening kick. As the kickoff will go and finally taken by Charles inside the 10 and then tackled at the 20. There was a few moments where Dutchtown had a little sloppy play with some turnovers and interceptions and some blown coverages on defense. It was 28-0 early on, and then they both teams traded touchdowns for a while, 14-14 to end the first half and make it 42-14 at halftime. But third quarter, again, completely dominated by Dutchtown with 29 seconds left to go, as Sampson scored on a run and Langlois scored on a run, and we've probably seen the end of those guys' nights so far here. Nice run, though, right here by Chevalier as he gets to the 40-yard line.
Chevalier breaks loose and gets it to the 40-yard line.
And he's taken down. We'll mention some of these guys that we haven't been talking about a lot tonight. Alvin Lewis, number 11. That's the first time we called his name on a tackle. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Clock now running, 14 seconds left. This play may not get off. We might have seen our final play of the third quarter, and I can pretty much guarantee you that that's going to happen. So at the end of the third quarter, our score is going to be Dutchtown 55-14 over Rayne. And so we'll move to the fourth quarter when we come back. First, we'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL High School Football Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy. Hollis Orthodontics. Tata Law Firm. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation. Ross Downing GMC. For their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
Fourth quarter about to begin. This game, all Dutchtown, 55-14. As you see the cheerleaders and the Griffin girls out in the distance on the far side of the field. A lot of fun here tonight. A little cool on the temperature side as the evening moves on, but feels great. Fall is in the air finally. 1st and 10 for the Wolves. And a pass downfield and overthrown again and incomplete. They've tried to hit those receivers on those patterns all night, but that pass has been just slightly overthrown.
Sails incomplete.
Goes incomplete again. And so, first play of the fourth quarter. Now out of the I formation, we will continue, and McComb at quarterback, handoff, and a loss on the play. Let's see who's in on the tackle right there, number 25, Dixon Agu.
They'll bring up 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10 for the Wolves. One blown coverage here tonight. Other than that, Dutchtown's really played outstanding on defense. Vadnais had himself a first half with 3 turnovers in consecutive series. Now a whistle. Did either team call a timeout?
Timeout.
Somebody called a timeout. Okay, an equipment. We have an equipment malfunction, perhaps. I think Agu may have had a problem there. Now we see the play. Setting up downfield and behind the intended receiver, nearly picked on the deflection. Trying to get it to Devion Francis, but pass thrown behind the intended receiver. As you can see on the replay, had some pressure from Hung, and the ball incomplete behind the receiver. Coverage right there by Dupree, and nearly caught on the deflection. Cameron Janis. And Dylan Kelly will go back to receive the punt. And it's a nice one. Fair catch called and made at the 34-yard line. So that leaves 10:59 left to go. And so Dutchtown, they're going to win this game here tonight and move on to 3-0. And basically just playing out the rest of the night here, as you don't really anticipate a 41-point comeback here from the Rayne Wolves. Next week they start their district play at Eunice, and then they take on North Vermilion, and they're done with their district. As we mentioned, they have I have a district that has a couple of Lake Charles teams that are not playing, LaGrange and Washington Marion. And you can understand why they're not playing. 1st and 10. And the handoff goes for a couple.
Gets the ball to the 38-yard
and that's
line.
A.K. Burrell. And it's good to see some of these guys coming in, the backups, the JVs, as they haven't had much of a season either. They've lost a few games here because of the whole COVID situation. So it's good to get these guys some seasoning and see what you got coming up here in the future, or if you wind up with some unfortunate injuries. 2nd and 7. Winfield, he's going to keep it, and he's got a first down, cuts outside, and he gets good yardage past midfield, down to the 47-yard line.
Off the right, Winfield, off the right side.
To see him keeping it, nice cut outside, taken down by number 30, Landon Richard.
7-yard line, first down, Dutchtown.
And clock will continue to run, 9:53 left to go. May see a running clock here at this point. So 1st and 10. And there's a handoff to Burrell. And Burrell gets a first down to the 30. He stays in bounds. Clock will continue to run, which many people will be happy about, as this game basically just riding out the string. And the thing you're hoping for in a situation like this is to get some players some experience and to not get any injuries and to not make too many mistakes as we head for the 9-minute mark. Burrell still in the backfield. And there's a handoff in a huge hole, and he might get into the end zone. And he does. A.K. Burrell with the touchdown, and Dutchtown gets into the 60s on homecoming night. Untouched. 30-yard touchdown run, A.K. Burrell. And Donnelly will come in for the extra point. He doinked the last one. You don't see that too often, and you saw that in the Saints-Chargers game on Monday night. You see it here tonight, but it doesn't happen too often.
6.
And actually, they're going to bring in Jacob Etter, so let's see some backup kicker action here. So Etter comes in to kick the extra point. Or does he?
The extra point is good.
He does, and it's good.
And with 8:49 remaining
So,
in the game, your score,
62-14 is our score. We'll take a break. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Raising Cane's in Prairieville, the official chicken of the Dutchtown Griffins. Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Ross Downing GMC, for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
EATEL Game of the Week. Jeff Porsche with you at Griffin Field, and it's a runaway, folks. 62-14 is our score. Dutchtown with the lead. And we're ready for the kickoff. And it's nearly taken. Now he's got it at the end zone, and that's Charles. Gets out of bounds around the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10 right there. I'd like to mention again, Pod and Paddle, they provided pastalaya tonight to Lanny Litchfield and the Dutchtown training staff before the game today. So they, of course, were very grateful for that. So thanks again to Pod and Paddle for the pastalaya. It's 1st and 10 for the Wolves with 8:40 left to go in this game. First down handoff in a big hole. And near a first down. Nice run there by Chevalier.
Chevalier runs it up to about the 33-yard line.
It's going to be a first and 10.
First down.
So that'll move the chains with 8:20 left to go in this game. Rayne had a couple of scores in the second quarter. Other than that, it's been all Dutchtown. Dutchtown has dominated this game pretty much from the opening snap. Their first snap untouched for a touchdown, and now you see Chevalier with the carry, and he's wrapped up. Lots of Griffins down right there, including number 98, Aiden Lewis. So that will keep the clock running at 7:36. So Dutchtown next week, looking to go 4-0. They're going to take on Woodlawn, and really, you don't know what Woodlawn's got because Woodlawn hasn't really played a game, but they will play one tomorrow, according to what we have heard, against Carroll High School. Second down, and that's not going anywhere as tackle made by number 42 in the backfield. Number 42, Chaz Foster.
Number 42.
Didn't have a chance.
Foster.
Chevalier, excuse me, actually that's Charles on the carry. So it's third down and 12. It's a 3-yard loss on the play. 6:43 left to go in this game. So the Dutchtown backups doing a good job here tonight. Remaining dominant on defense. Third down, quarterback Lacombe rolls out and incomplete.
Lacombe's pass broken up by number 5.
Broken up by Dylan Kelly.
Bring up fourth down for the Wolves.
And Kelly will go back to receive the punt as we're in a running clock situation now as they're going to run it down to the hydration break. And they're just going to run through it. Or are they? Now they'll take the timeout for the hydration break. So we're going to take this opportunity to, again, congratulate Dutchtown's homecoming queen, Miss Macy Munson. She was crowned homecoming queen at halftime. Let's take a look at the homecoming court again one more time. Alexis Strother, Aubrey Green, Cameron Cangelosi, Chloe Garbias, Elizabeth Constant, Hannah Gottschall, Isabella Francois, Macy Munson, the queen. You see her second from the left on top. Then you have Madison Dunn, Madison Punch, Maggie Decato, Mary Payne, Molly Anderson, Nellie Jun, Rachel Wong, Sarah St. Pierre, Sophie Voivodich, and Sydney Hollis. And again, congratulations to Macy Munson, Dutchtown's 2020 homecoming queen. And congratulations to Derek Youngblood, Dutchtown wide receiver, crowned homecoming king. Oh, he ain't gonna like it if he hears I said that. Homecoming king last night at the pep rally. Fair catch made at the 40-yard line by Dylan Kelly.
Fair catch at the 40-yard line.
So the ball's going to be straight up at the 40-yard line with 5:48 left to go in this game. And again, Dutchtown's schedule for the rest of the season, we're looking at district play beginning next week. Thursday night is going to be a home game against Woodlawn. Then the following Thursday, they're going to play East Ascension at home. Then they're going to go to McKinley. Then on November 13th, they get Santa Ma at home, and then they finish the season at Catholic. But it looks like they're going to be 3-0 going into that game. And now you see number 12 in at quarterback with the handoff. And that's a nice run right there. 32 on the carry. Jaden Brown. Good hard running by him. Quarterback number 12. That's Cooper DeRoche.
First down, Dutchtown.
So DeRoche and a quarterback. And he's going to give it once again to Brown.
Brown gets a couple off the left side.
Not much right there. He gets a couple.
Ball is at about the 47.
Now inside of 5 minutes. So the night done for Perron and Winfield. Winfield able to lead Dutchtown down on a touchdown drive, and you like to see that. Perron had a whale of a game here tonight. 2nd down and 8. Movement, no flag. Brown sets up to the left. Shotgun. And Brown takes it. A big hole up the middle. Down to the 32-yard line.
Brown gets the ball down.
And the clock will continue to run. So Brown has done a good job of running the ball downfield. 47, Grayson Jones with the tackle for the Wolves. And so the clock continues to run. Getting word now from our friend Lyle Boudreau, letting us know that this is a school record for the most points scored in a game by the Dutchtown Griffins. So a very eventful homecoming tonight as DeRoche keeps the ball down to the 30-yard line. So 62 points. I thought that was in that range. So definitely an eventful night here for the Griffins.
Got about a yard to the 30. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Griffins.
As the clock runs down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Ball at the 30. Brown with the carry and another first down. Look at him carrying tacklers downfield inside the 20.
To the 18.
Down to about.
First down, Dutchtown.
Let's see, where is he going to get? You see him carrying number 71, who's trying to grab him by the back of his jersey, 71 Collins Williams. That was quite unsuccessful. Ball down to the 18-yard line, 1st and 10, 2:52 left to go. Really 1 or 2 more plays, and then Dutchtown can just kneel on the ball and end it. They're not going to get to 70. They wouldn't go for 2. That just wouldn't be right. But they've already set their record, and they got a chance to get even more. And they're just going to kneel. And that's the right thing to do. There's really no need to rub it in. And so most likely they'll go ahead and just finish this out. And Dutchtown will move to 3-0. They've scored a lot of points this season, 35, 31, and now 62. So that's 128 points in 3 games. So they're averaging about 42 points a game. And DeRoche will come in and, again, take a knee, and the clock will continue to run. Rayne, they're going to drop to 2-1 on the season. They were unbeaten. They defeated Welsh and Berwick. And then Rayne next week will get into their 2-game district schedule. Let's talk about some of our games that we're going to see coming up here on EATEL with the game of the week. You're going to see Catholic and East Ascension live next week. That's probably the game for all the marbles in District 5-5A, although Dutchtown looks like they got something to say about that. And for that matter, so does Sanoma. They've had a great start to their season. But Catholic EA is always a big, eventful game in 5-5A. And then next week as well, we'll have Woodlawn against Dutchtown. That's going to be our game on Thursday night, which you'll see later on during the week. And Sanoma taking on McKinley. And then 2 weeks from now, you see EA against Dutchtown, another huge game. Sanoma and Woodlawn will have that one as well, so we'll be going to Baton Rouge for that one. And you see the times running right there as we're down into 35 seconds. And so that's going to pretty much wrap it up. They don't even need to run one more play. And so that's going to do it. And our final score tonight is going to be 62 to 14. Dutchtown with the win over Rayne.
We invite you to stay and
we thank you for joining us tonight for homecoming here at Dutchtown High School. We'll be back at Dutchtown next week for Dutchtown versus Woodlawn, as well as live Friday night with East Ascension hosting Catholic High. So we got 2 great games for you next week as well. And you will also see East Ascension's homecoming against St. Charles here tonight later on during the week. And so our final score tonight, Dutchtown moving to 3-0, defeating Rayne by a score of 62 to 14. And that's going to do it for me, Jeff Porsche. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we will see you next week. You've been watching the EATEL Game of the Week.